Well, here we go. I'm not very good at videos, but we'll take a shot. This is the 1917 white touring car, body by Rubay of Cleveland. It's the dual valve or 16 valve high power T-head engine with the 4-speed transmission, with the 4th speed being overdrive. It's quite an unusual car, and we have photos of it back from when it was on the showroom floor at the auto show in 17. So we'll do a quick walk around, and I'll try to post some video of it driving down the street. All we've done as far as cleaning it up is to clean and soften the leather with a moisturizer. The windshield was broken out of it, so we replaced it with modern safety glass. Other than that, we properly went through everything before we fired the car, and dropped the oil pan, flushed the transmission, flushed the rear end, wheel bearings, water pump, flushed the engine block, flushed the radiator, all the normal get it running again after 80 years. Took the cover off the steering box, cleaned out the steering box, and re-lubricated the steering box. It's got brand new tubes in the tires, although the tires are new, but they were installed in 1952. We won't run on them for long, but I didn't want to put tires on the car until we had proven it as a good tour car. Here on the rear door, you can see the original owner's initials, the family crest. The condition of the rear seat is exceptional. We've got some trim that has to be re-tacked down. We've got some sewing to do with some of the headliner. The driver's seat naturally is always the worst for wear, and I don't think it was the worst for wear from when it was new. It became the worst for wear, I think, when some children were playing chauffeur in the car. It has a 12-volt electrical system with a dual wire, so each component in the car has a positive and ground and negative power wire going to it. So there are 2 wires going to the starter, 2 wires going to the generator. Kind of an interesting setup. It starts like a brand new car, runs fine. It has a magneto for ignition. It's got an air pump built in for pumping up your tires. Obviously, only rear wheel brakes. We did take the gas tank and remove it and flush it. It's running on its original carburetor, original vacuum tank. The only thing on the car that's not completely original to it is the magneto. At some time, the original Eisman magneto was removed and was replaced by an American Bosch. We rebuilt the American Bosch unit, and I have located an Eisman unit, and we will be replacing the American Bosch with the Eisman unit when it's finished being rebuilt. We've got 4 miles on the car. It runs, it drives, it starts, it stops. It's extremely drivable for its era. I would compare it to something along the lines of a dual valve 48 horsepower Pierce from the 1918-19 era, or maybe a big crane simplex towards the end of their production. The car is really remarkable for being untouched. When you get close up to the radiator here, here's the emblem. You can see the original stripes and pinstripes. The car was maroon. It has faded into a chocolate brown. People ask about why the headlights are so low. It was done because this car was actually one of the first cars that was making an attempt at streamlining. They talk about it on the pages in Coach Built, the way they molded the hood into the cowl and made everything fit. Very similar to car bodies later on in Duesenberg production after the war, but you can see how the Rubay aluminum body, and you can see the aluminum right there, rolls up into the bucket seats that you can walk through from the front. Suicide doors front and rear. Here's the Rubay body tag, and I'm going to open up the jump seat